Hi, my name is Mary Beth, and I'd like to talk to you about an item I saw on a television newscast a couple of weeks ago. It was about Bruce Rauner, who's the Republican candidate for governor in the state of Illinois, and how he assisted his then 12-year-old daughter in getting into Walter Payton Prep Academy. It happens to be the highest ranked high school in the city of Chicago. It started me wondering how he was able to do that. But after a few minutes, my thoughts strayed to my father. My father was the person in our family who assisted me with my homework. We used to sit at the kitchen table, and I agonized over math when I was little. And my dad was very good with numbers, and he would give me tips and tricks and little ways to figure things out that were different than from the math books. But he never would give me the answer. I never could understand why he didn't do that. But he never did. He was going to make me work to get that answer. It was quite a few years later before I realized what a real favor my dad did for me by not giving me the answers. I wonder if Bruce Rauner feels that he gave his daughter an advantage by getting her into Walter Payton Prep, if he did the right thing. After all, he was good friends with Arnie Duncan, who was the CEO of the Chicago Public Schools, and all he had to do was call Arnie, and Arnie called the principal of Payton Prep, and his daughter was in. Bruce Rauner has a lot of clout. He has a lot of friends. He could make a phone call and get his daughter into Payton Prep. It's just exactly what he did. So we know that Bruce Rauner could and would use his connections to obtain a coveted position for his 12-year-old little girl. Here is a man who would willingly abandon his convictions when faced with personal gain and expediency. I wonder if this is the best that we can do for our children. If we can, would we? If we won't, even if we can, why won't we? What is important about teaching children how to figure things out on their own? I don't really know the right answers to these questions, but I do know that I learned to make my own opportunities. I live with the consequences of what I could do or what I would do. My dad always felt comfortable with what he did. He thought he was right. He taught his children how to make decisions based on what is right, not on what they could get away with. I don't think that Bruce Rauner did his daughter any favor by assisting her in getting into Walter Payton Prep. However, I have a greater concern. In this era of pay-for-play politics, just because you can, should you? What are the longer-term consequences of your actions if you do?